What is up, everyone? If you are a YouTuber, I suggest, hide your kids, hide your wife, your whole family, put them in the nuclear bunker. We are at DEFCON level 2. The Turkish mafia is coming for you, and they're gonna steal all your money and steal your identity. So, there's a YouTuber called Deep Humor who has 50k subs, and he's currently being threatened with legal action, and he's already been copyright struck by this other YouTuber called Deep Humor, because this guy has completely copied his branding and then has the balls to copyright strike the original Deep Humor.
From there till this day. I start my YouTube channel, Deep Humor, in November 18th, 2017. All of a sudden, some random dude shows up with the exact same username and exact same channel art that makes Turkish street content. I go ahead and report that channel. They end up getting banned, and all of a sudden, maybe a month or two later, another Turkish street YouTube channel shows up with the name Deep Humor. What are the odds of that? What a fucking monumental coincidence. Except it isn't a coincidence. I am 100% sure this is the same person. To this day, they drown me out in the YouTube algorithm to the point where my channel pretty much can't succeed because these guys are just going to always rank over me. And then this person goes on Twitter and demands a Twitter handle from me. Why is
So this guy originally had a clone channel back in 2018 using the same profile picture and just the name Deep Humor. This was before handles, and now they got banned a couple years ago, and then they made a new account after they got banned called Deep Humor 1, and they changed the profile picture, but they're still using the same name that they used originally to get a bunch of subscribers on the original account, which made that second account pop off really quickly. And then now they're trying to get a friend. Either it's them on the second account, or it's some proxy that they've hired, or their friend or something. And what they're basically doing is saying that they're poor and that they deserve the name Deep Humor, and all they can offer is $50 when they've made probably thousands and thousands of dollars off of this branding that they've stolen on this YouTube channel. And it's funny how they say that if only I had this big channel, then I could pay you more, which is like they're basically just rubbing it in, and they're just bragging about how big their channel is off of branding that they stole. And they think that since they were more successful through cheating, that it's only fair that they get the rights to the dark humor name, which just doesn't make any sense at all. Maybe Turkish copyright law is just like a popularity contest, but I don't know. I don't think they're gonna have any chance with the copyright law here, because YouTube is based in California, so it's not really gonna matter with Turkish copyright law or anything like that. And I'm not a copyright lawyer, but I know that if you obviously steal this person's branding and logo, and there's proof of it that's logged, that has the exact date, month, and year on it, which every single YouTube video does, then you really don't have any case at all. There's 0 point in even attempting this. The only way that they have actually gotten a YouTube copyright strike through is because YouTube's copyright system is broken, and people know the ways to maximize their chance of getting a copyright strike pushed through, because there's step-by-step tutorials on how to abuse the copyright system to make whatever you want go through automatically. They I don't even know how this happened, how to sit and automatically flag something, but its system is so broken from this trillion-dollar company that these people literally put in a claim that he used his thumbnail, he used his logo for 34 minutes of the video on a 15-minute video, and then that copyright strike got approved and got the video taken down. I think it's crazy that you can make a copyright strike that's not even relevant to the video at all, and it'll get pushed through and approved. I know they probably use some kind of method to actually get it through, but the fact that you can make a 34-minute violation on a 15-minute video and the automatic system, by this $1 trillion tech company didn't get flagged at all and, be sent for manual review immediately. Like, like it's been since like 2015, YouTube just automatically takes down the video, and you have to be lucky enough to have enough, subscribers and, get enough views on either Twitter or YouTube to actually have someone go back and see that it's a, fucked up claim and that it should never have gotten filed anyway. Because that's just how YouTube does things, and, apparently they haven't been able to figure that out through, the past 10 years at all, which I really don't understand it. Like, I guess it makes sense because, like, if you have a YouTuber that's big enough to actually get their claim heard, and like you have thousands of people, asking YouTube to look into this claim by an actual person, then when they get reinstated, then you win over the favor of those thousands of fans of that YouTuber. But like, I guess if they're too small to be heard, then who really cares, right? Because they're no longer a YouTuber. They got, copyright striked and banned off the platform and silenced. So, I don't really think Google cares as long as they're making enough money, really. And like someone with 50K subs probably doesn't bring in enough money to actually have someone at YouTube that, gives a shit about it, because they're just one of millions and millions of channels. And this person, this impersonator of Deep Humor has been banned before. Their original channel that Deep Humor first saw in 2018 was banned originally. And this channel was made in 2017. They literally have the same exact logo, so they copy and pasted their profile. And then once that one got banned, I think they switched to this one, and that was made in 2016. But the uploads actually started in 2019. So I feel like all they did was have an alt account like laying around, and then once they got banned, all they did was switch the logo that they downloaded from another YouTube channel, and then they went back to the Deep Humor name and then continued uploading as if nothing ever happened. So they know what they're doing is wrong. Like, I get maybe they like hired some employee or intern or whatever, and then maybe they were lazy and they were told to like make a brand and make a logo for it, and then they just because they're Turkish, maybe they figured, if I just steal from this small English channel with like at the time he had like 50 subs or whatever, then maybe no one's ever gonna notice because this is a Turkish channel. And then that Turkish channel just blew up, and then they got bigger. But the thing is, even if they were ignorant of all of this and it was truly just like a coincidence, all you have to do is look back and see that this Deep Humor channel was made before the Turkish one, and they've had that profile picture for years and years, and you can see logged evidence of it on their YouTube channel because everything uploaded to YouTube is dated. So there's really no excuse in like, copyright striking them. Like, this is the worst time to do it. And I think the only reason they are doing it is because they're hoping they can bully this channel out of it. Like, back in 2018, they were probably just assuming that, they're going to steal from this channel with like 50 subs. And then they're probably not even going to notice and like, probably get bored of YouTube and quit. But it just so happens that this person, was consistent and managed to, now fast forward to current day, they have like 50K. And they're actually like making a, complaint about this Turkish YouTube channel when honestly they didn't really do anything to, even like warrant all this attention. They made that video when they first heard about it in 2018. And then that was pretty much it. Because, it's a Turkish channel, so there's not really much you can do with, like, the language barrier, trying to contact Turkish. You need Turkish employees and English YouTube employees that happen to actually want to look into this case on the same day, which is never going to happen in a million years because, just finding a YouTube employee to actually look into a report in one language is already, like, an impossible task. So, they figure they're going to steal from a small channel and then it would go away. But then this guy actually kept uploading, and then they hit him out of nowhere with a DM asking to buy the username for on Twitter for Deep Humor for $50, which is absolutely like stupid. Like, no one owes you a username. Like, you're not owed anything on Twitter. Like, a handle is just, whoever happens to get it is lucky, unless it's like a trademark. Like, if you get at Coca-Cola or at McDonald's or some shit, they could probably take you to court. But like, I would feel offended if somebody offered me fucking $50 for like an OG username. And that's if I was the person that came up with it. This person stole the username, and then now they're pretending to be just some poor random account and then trying to buy it for $50. And then when they like declined that and made a video about it, they get a copyright strike on that video because they're like, well, how dare you not let me wrong you and steal from you every day and, ruin your branding. So I'm going to retaliate of you reacting to my wrongdoing, basically. So they're just, trying to bully this guy off of YouTube and get him shut down with false copyright strikes. But I'm glad that Deep Humor is fighting back and that like he has like a fan base behind him, because like the comments are like very supportive in his video, except the comments that the fake Deep Humor left, like the thinly veiled legal threats. But I don't really think that's gonna get very far. Good thing he's actually getting supported, because YouTube is gonna look into it hopefully. And like either way, some guy from Turkey going up against United States copyright law, which is a pain in the ass. And there's like concrete proof that Deep Humor is the original, owner of that logo. It's probably not going to go well, and it's probably just a threat, because they said that the copyright strike is a warning, and that's not how you're supposed to use copyright strikes. It's like the beginning of a legal process if somebody is breaking copyright law. So for that, they might like get straight up terminated from YouTube, because I mean they're ban evading already. Like, they've already been banned before because YouTube determined that they were stealing this logo, and they're on a second account. And I really don't understand how $1 billion company, not just any company, but a tech company, like an innovative tech company, has these systems that just suck. I don't understand it. Like, I get like the checking system being really inefficient and insecure, and there's like heavy holes in it because like it was made like 100 years ago, and it's slowly getting more digitalized. Like, it started off with analog technology, and like the infrastructure was the post system, and now like people are like switching over to computers, like ever since the internet was invented. And there's different types of systems that they use at different banks. Like, I can see why a system like that is so complex and inefficient, but like this is YouTube's own system. Like, this is made by Google, and it's all digital. It started off on computers. It's an online service. I don't understand how their system can suck so bad when they have so much fucking money. It just makes no sense to me. Like, I get it. It has, something to do with the court system, which, is half analog, which does, put holes in it, because copyright law was written decades and decades ago, like probably a century ago, and it was made for like companies like Disney and stuff, not for us, individual YouTubers. I understand that copyright law sucks and is inefficient, but I feel like YouTube's system could at least have some checks and have some automatic red flags after all these years of tuning it. Like, striking a video for being in violation of copyright for 34 minutes of the video, and the video isn't even half of that length, is so stupid. And I guess this makes sense why people abuse it so much. If you were like at actual, threat of being charged with perjury or some shit for doing this and, making these frivolous claims, I feel like people would abuse it less, because what they are doing is, starting basically a legal copyright notice and takedown, because that's kind of what YouTube has to do. That's what that system was made for. Because a bunch of big record companies were complaining that people were stealing music and uploading movies on YouTube or whatever. So it kind of has to go through the legal system, and people take full advantage of that. Like, YouTube is the first, of its kind to allow basically anyone to upload videos and have a huge infrastructure, to where anyone could watch a YouTube video anywhere. Like, it isn't possible to find a device that doesn't run YouTube, that's made within like the last decade. I can understand, they got bigger problems to worry about, but YouTube has been around for like almost 20 years now, so I think they could do shit a lot better. But instead, we're gonna have to wait for decades and decades until there's been like thousands and thousands of, court cases that set the new precedent for people to look back on, and then make rules based on that. And then that's how the new copyright system is gonna work, instead of because no one is gonna like sit down and like actually do anything to change the laws of copyright to like fix these holes in it that come from like a century basically of technology changing, and information traveling faster than could ever be comprehended even just a couple decades ago. Like in the 70s or whatever, like before the internet, a guy in Turkey, copying an English company probably would have gone under the radar, because it's like a different language and it's across the world, and it took a lot longer for information to travel, and we didn't get live updates. And to sue them, you would have had to have a lawyer from Turkey fly out to the U.S. or vice versa, and you would need translators, and it would be like months and months of flying back and forth. But when you can do this all instantly over the internet, people are obviously going to abuse it, because like it doesn't really seem like it has as big as an impact in their mind when it's over a computer. And to send a copyright strike, there's zero barrier to entry. So when you like look at the screen, it doesn't really look like you're doing much aside from basically sending a report, because it's just some text box on a web page. But like with the click of a button, you can basically end someone's career, because YouTube is too lazy to thoroughly like go over these things. But yeah, subscribe and like, or else the Turkish mafia is gonna steal your identity and all of your YouTube money.